16 months of war, a counter-offensive from Ukraine, and now a possible coup mounted by Putin's own mercenaries. The eyes of the world are glued on Russia after Wagner boss Yevgeny Prigozhin called for an uprising against Moscow's military leaders. Prigozhin accused Russian generals of ordering an airstrike on his fighters in Ukraine and claimed a huge number of them had been killed. Prigozhin claims to have 25,000 fighters ready to battle the Russian army and ready to die. He called the move a march for justice against the Russian military leadership, but he steered clear of targeting Vladimir Putin. Soon after Prigozhin's extraordinary announcement, Russian authorities opened an investigation against him for organizing an armed rebellion. He could face up to 20 years in prison if prosecuted. Security has been tightened in Russia, internet is restricted, and military trucks have been spotted on the streets of Moscow. Wagner forces have reportedly entered the Russian city of Rostov-on-Don, which is near the Ukraine border. Residents have been told to stay calm and remain indoors. So who is Yevgeny Prigozhin? The man accused of plotting against Putin? He has been a close confidant of the Russian president since the early 2000s. He is known as Putin's chef because he owns the restaurants and catering companies that provide services to the Kremlin. In 2014, he founded the Wagner Group, a private military contractor which was involved in conflicts in Syria, Libya and Ukraine and accused of human rights abuses. According to the US, Wagner Group had 50,000 personnel inside Ukraine, 10,000 of them were contractors and 40,000 were convicts from Russian prisons. Prigozhin's Wagner force proved to be pivotal to the Russian war effort in Ukraine. But of late, he had a running feud with Russia's top brass over alleged corruption and indifference to lives of soldiers. In May, Prigozhin stood surrounded by the bodies of his troops and berated Russia's defense minister and the chief of the general staff for not providing them with enough ammunitions. As Putin scrambles to quell the rebellion, Ukraine has stepped up their attacks along the front line in northern Bakhmut to take advantage of the chaos.